Hello everybody, good morning. I am Priya Singh. I work at Red Hat as a software quality engineer. Today I will give presentation over how can we use virtual labs, how can we set up virtual labs to run SONiC over it and do virtual testing based on hardware. Moving on to the agenda of the session today, I'll guide you what is SONiC and then problem with traditional SONiC testing and then solution, that is the virtual lab which we'll create, and then there will be a demo walkthrough where I'll give you how can we do the setup. So as you all are aware, SONiC stands for Software for Open Networking in Cloud, and it's basically a OS for switches. Let me use an analogy. Like we have Linux on our laptop, so Linux is a OS, Windows OS for our laptop. In the same way, SONiC is similar to a OS for our switches. Moving on to the problem, like as a QA engineer, while I was working in my previous project, it was related to hardware testing. So we were facing problem whenever you used to test physical hardwares, because we have limited number of hardwares and we are given tight deadlines and there are delivery dates. So with the use of this virtual labs, we are not dependent on the physical hardware and it is cost effective too. So one by one, I'll go on the problem statement. The first is SONiC testing traditionally requires expensive hardware switches earlier, but the use of virtual labs such as containerization and virtual machine, it has become cheap now. The second is limited lab availability slows down development and QA cycles, because we as a QA engineers are responsible for finding critical bugs to deliver quality products to our customers. So if we are limited because of the lab, so it creates delays. And then is hard to scale environments or reproduce bug consistency, as I spoke. And then setting up hardware labs requires time, effort, and cost for the projects. And then limited learning opportunities for newcomers without hardware access. Suppose if somebody is new to network learning and wants to do hands-on, so it's very difficult to invest in such expensive hardware. So using virtual lab, we can spin a container, run SONiC over it, and learn hardware testing or network testing over it. Moving on to the solution, which is our virtual lab. Using containerization, we can do it. In Red Hat, we use Podman, but Docker is the by default which we use in SONiC. And then is the virtual switch models. For that, we have container lab tool. And then is the ecosystem tools, that is SONiC management tool and container lab. Okay, so the demo which I'll be giving walkthrough on, there will set like mini SONiC fabric, and then I'll show the command of PyTest which I'll run, and it will give us some output, and accordingly we can test. So here is the prerequisite what we need, since we will be working on virtual lab. So we need Docker installed, we have dependency, and then we need to install container lab and Git, Python, and pip. All these dependencies we need to have. So these are the prerequisite. Moving on to the demo. First, as a beginner, this is a very beginner-friendly session. So any beginner who wants to try or do hands-on on SONiC, the first thing is clone the SONiC repo. It's available on GitHub. And then you can prepare a test container. And then using the docker exec command, you can enter into the container. Here the name of the container is SONiC MGM management. And then you will be creating a YAML test config file where you will be basically writing the structure of your network. I have not used the example of T0 or T1 topology because I was not aware of the crowd. I thought that it's a beginner-friendly session. So I have just used a very small example where the host is trying to ping itself in a loopback. And then this is the Py script which I have written. Like to test this kind of setup, we'll write a Py script. So here I have written a simple ping target test. Now moving to the command in step 6, we'll run a simple PyTest command to run that test ping.py file, and likewise we get the output of pass and fail. So this is a simple demo how you can run SONiC on virtual labs and get your testing done on hard networks. Yeah, I'm open for the question and answer session. Yes.
Ways to test some of the hardware functionalities in a simulation kind of an environment. Instead of completely running in a virtualized environment, can we support some simulations where like a data path, a lighter way of simulations, and then test this using this virtualized environment?
Yes, like I have shown in the YAML file, you can give your configuration, your setup configuration details, like spine, leaf, all these details, you can write it over there. And there are different test beds available since it's an open source project. So there are different test beds available over there. You can go and check it out in SONiC management folder. They're already written. A lot of them are available over there.
So using those configuration, you try to simulate some of the data paths and then use it for your virtual tests?
Actually, I'm not doing testing over SONiC. I am in a SaaS-based project. This is just a POC which came for my last project. So there I did a hands-on on SONiC. So I have not done extensively, I haven't worked extensively on SONiC in that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have any more questions? Okay, if not, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much.